I also want to point out that the Attorney General, advanced his initiatives between DCI and the Missing Persons and Missing Children's Unit, so that they can figure out what's going on with missing children. If they've been running away and been missing 10 times, why are they running away? So we really want to get to the idea that if there's something going on in a child's life, we need to figure that out. And they become more and more vulnerable to being a trafficked victim. Each time they run away, obviously there's something wrong, so that's where the vulnerability comes in. And the traffickers are just waiting. And they know we're not really looking. So we're going to change that. We think it's really, really important for a child to get on solid ground for their life, and that we're going to care about every child in the state of Ohio so that this doesn't happen. So we're making advances in the area of our children, all ages, but our law doesn't match the protections for 16 and 17-year-olds. But we're really now, applying the cases. We're looking. And Polaris Project just said we have an increase in the state of Ohio with a number of trafficking cases, 375. I believe that was maybe 2 days ago. And that's a 23% increase over the year before, last year. And when I was asked by a reporter, why is that? Why are we increasing? I said, because we're looking. It is as bad as it is. So we're not, sticking our head in the ground. We're not shuffling stuff underneath the rug. We're courageous enough to take a look in the mirror and figure out what's going on so we can protect everyone safe about our children. So with that, I wanted the opportunity for Judge Coven, who is Lucas County juvenile judge, and she wrote mine. And in Lucas County, our juvenile judges did not arrest. Well, they might have been arrested, but they didn't get sent to jail. They got services even before we created the law. And there are other juvenile judges who understand what a juvenile judge should be doing, helping and protecting our juveniles. So I would love for her to share her experiences, and the judges in Lucas County help provide the resources and the intelligence of how we should put our law together. In a sense, a lot of people in Toledo who have that model wrote the law for the state of Ohio, and they don't agree leaving out 15 and 16-year-olds. So I'd love for her to get the opportunity to share her thoughts on this. And also Pete Swartz, Toledo police detective, and he's part of the FBI task force. So he's very involved and engaged in what goes on between Ohio and federal cases and what he sees. He can't really probably comment on too much, but he can shake his head.
Good morning. I'm Judge Denise Navarre-Coven. I'm from Lucas County. I'm a judge in the juvenile court. I've been for 12 years. And I've had extensive experience in the area of juvenile justice as I was a prosecutor for 23 years. Most of my time was spent in the juvenile division. So I have the choice to stand next to me because before I speak about the 16 and 17-year-olds specifically, I have to tell you that every jurisdiction, every community across the country handles this very important topic in a different way. We in Lucas County have had the opportunity due to, I would say, a philosophy in our law enforcement community that children are children. We've had a history of saving children who are victims of human trafficking. We didn't always call it human trafficking until recently. So our approach in our community has always been to help the children to use maybe the unruly statutes, runaway statutes, truancy statutes, in order to address the issue. So it's ironic to think that in the state of Ohio, all of the initiative to address human trafficking came out of a federal investigation back in about 2007. The good news about that is we had law enforcement in our community and social services and community members who really, at the very beginning, looked at these children as being victims. That's what they many of these children were runaway children that had been victimized and that through that, we learned about through that large investigation. So, I'm speaking for myself, but I can tell you from judges in Ohio, judges across the country, we look at those children under the age of 18 who have been victimized as, through human trafficking, whether it be commercial, sexual, otherwise, boy, girls, LGBT community, they are victims. Period, they are victims. And it is our, as judges, juvenile court judges, our responsibility to address those needs, to sit after they have been saved, because we handle the cases after the children have been saved, to address those risky behaviors and the vulnerabilities that it caused them to be victimized. And I know that's a big mouthful, but basically, we have so many children across the country that are suffering from neglect, abuse, hunger, homelessness, unaddressed mental health illness, substance abuse. They become prey to those traffickers. And we, as a community, obviously, need to address those issues, to bring these, to help these children, to address those issues that have caused their vulnerability, make them strong, make them vibrant, make them productive members of our community so they can have, be happy and healthy and have wonderful families and be successful. The reason I say that and tying this in to the legislation is that a 16 and a 17-year-old, they're children. The bottom line is they are children. And we, as courts, have an opportunity and a responsibility to address those issues that may be causing them to be vulnerable members of our community in whatever way, shape, and form that happens. So, I am grateful that Senator Frederick has brought the strongest army of all, and that is our youth, our kids, and our community. Let them tell the story and let them be the, not the partners, the advocates, and let them tell our community that these are just kids, and many kids are just victims. As I said, they're victims out of no fault of their own, right? And if we can address, as a judge, if we can address those risky behaviors, they won't even be victims in the future. And every juvenile turns into an adult, right? Eventually. So at this time, one, they're children, and while they're children, doesn't it make a lot of sense to address those issues in a way so that they will become strong and not vulnerable as they go through their journey of life becoming young adults. So, Detective Schwartz, I know he's standing behind me, but he really should be in front of all of us, talking about what great things are going on in the country for this vulnerable population, as long as we continue to remember that the kids are the victims of this. And my challenge, and I'll continue to say this challenge since I get this opportunity, the microphone at this time, we really need to be talking to the children and asking the children, what are they running away from? And when we save them, why do they continue to run? What can we do so that they will stop running? And all of us in our